I did take a picture of someone who proposed to his girlfriend, unbeknownst to me, as I asked him if he wanted me to take a picture. They were just in an area. Mary was taking pictures of the kids, and I was like,
And then he got that on his.
I legitimately hate people taking selfies. I fucking despise selfies.
I love them.
I believe it.
I know, it's so me, right?
And I've seen so many of them, of you.
I keep sending them to you.
No, you just see them in the
take
ether.
them all the time.
It's just it's just such a terrible vantage point of
I know,
people.
that's why I like it.
Just talk to somebody, and you're
We do that. We do that too.
You're a cordial guy.
We do that too. But now at this point, it's like you have so many selfies, you might as well do. I don't have a selfie stick, if that makes you feel better. That I draw the line.
Your pictures would be better.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
It's just this move is awful.
My brother does them too. That's why it's funny. It's like he's actually better at it.
It's less funny than you think.
Welcome to our Film Fathers podcast, the definitive podcast about fatherhood, film, and fatherhood and film. This is Jelani, and with me as always are such a frat boy with a trigger finger and a guy who wants to report an ice crime, Martin and Brady.
Cash don't buy guts, kid, or brains, and you're short on both.
I'm just a boy in a neon suit, standing in front of a girl, reminding her that Notting Hill is her favorite movie, and she watches Love Actually every year at Christmas.
Explosions are big, stunts are wild, and charm is always part of the mission. In this episode, we love it when a plan comes together. So we're diving headfirst into two action-packed rides that never take themselves too seriously, and just so happen to be movies based on 80s TV shows, The A-Team and The Fall Guy. So buckle up, because whether you're a soldier of fortune or a stuntman with a cause, we have flying tanks to death-defying jumps and two movies filled with plenty of thrill-seeking. Who's ready to have a good time?
Brady's always ready to have a good time.
Always ready to have a good time. And you know what? I had a good time.
Good. I'm glad you did.
I think this is a nice little summer pairing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Summer action flicks.
Jelani's been pushing A-Team on us since 2010. We didn't have a pod yet. He was trying to figure out a way to bring it in.
Guys,
like,
you should see this movie.
Guys, let's watch this movie. I don't think I've seen it. I thought I had. But have you
even now,
it?
after you've seen it, you aren't sure if you've seen it?
That's how.
That's usually the clincher is when you finally watch it, you're like, oh, no, I've definitely seen it.
I mean, I thought, I think I definitely never finished it because I don't remember the ending at all. And that's why I'm not sure about it. Because it seemed like I remembered some of the beginning of it, and maybe it was kind of long, so maybe I just stopped. But I remembered I thought some of the intro, but no, I definitely never seen it all the way through.
I definitely have seen it. Maybe just once, but at some point or another, I did watch it and enjoyed the rewatch. We can dive a little deeper, but I'll let Jelani geek out a little bit.
Gush over it.
I think it's just a good popcorn action film that's nostalgic play for the A-Team, which I love.
That's what I was going to say. Did you love the A-Team?
The A-Team. Yeah. I mean, it
had
a
lot of reruns, right?
A lot of reruns. It had my dad's high school classmate in it, so I had to go back and watch.
There it is. That's the nugget you've been waiting to drop on us.
My dad went to high school with Lawrence Terwilliger, a.k.a. Mr. T.
That's amazing. I didn't know.
Southside Chicago. Yeah.
I didn't know he was. Actually, I think I did know he was from Chicago.
Pity the fool who went to high school with me.
But yeah, it's just that was the thing that I think I loved about it, and which I loved about the show growing up was it's all heist all the time. Mm-hmm. They're always planning something. They're always trying to figure out a scheme or figure out a way to get something done, and that's all this movie is. Like it's hey. Let's plan this. Figure out the plan for this. Figure out the plan for that. And it's just a series of heists.
Yep.
And we all talk about heist movies and how much fun those are. So it's just heist on heist.
So Martin, you're saying this is officially we're calling it your first time. So
yeah.
Where do you? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was good. It was long at times. It was cheesy at times. But all in all, and especially by the ending of it, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was what it needed to be. That's really what it came down to. I mean, I don't want to say nothing really bothered me about it, but I feel like there were a few parts that just they could have made a little bit more less silly. But I don't remember the show because I don't remember the show being like super silly. But that's kind of what it was. Kind of the formula for 2010. These types of like Starsky and Hutch. just any type of show that they ended up turning into a movie. I think they
Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, they
something
kind of
that.
like they lean into the kitsch with it a little bit, and I feel like nowadays they don't as much, or maybe not if we talk about the second movie we're going to talk about. But yeah, I just feel like they leaned into some of that kitschiness and the mad Murdoch stuff. I don't remember that being as crazy. Like he wasn't quite so crazy as in this. Like I think they just leaned into that a little bit too much.
So I remember thinking it was a fairly enjoyable movie, but there was definitely going to be things I didn't remember. It is 100% like 30 minutes too long. Like,
Yeah.
I would say it's inarguable that it's
I was going
not
to say 20,
too
but
long.
sure, 30.
I think it's actually really good. For what it is, right?
Yes.
Like it's a really entertaining movie. To a degree, it's nonstop. It's like they just didn't know how to like
Slow the ball.
take anything out without. I'm like, but there was definitely some things that could have been shaved off, and you wouldn't have lost anything. And I would say potentially, if it's like under 2 hours, you're probably looking at it being a really, really good movie. I just think
that's true.
there was a lot going on. I was just like, Liam is such a great captain and like kind of voice of the
Perfect
movie.
Hannibal.
Yes.
He really is. Like it just almost like I wouldn't even need to look it up to be like who else was in the running for that. It's like if you didn't pick Liam Neeson, that would have been a huge miss.
So I read there was a different director tied to it, and there was a completely
Oh well,
different
so I
cast.
have that too.
Okay.
But that would have been a different movie. So,
Yes.
but Bradley Cooper is like in his bag in this movie. Like it is him being face is every bit of the charismatic, cocky, charming like Bradley Cooper you can get. He's now veered into like a lot more of a serious actor type.
But he was good in this.
He's phenomenal.
really good actor.
This is a very much of a compliment.
I know, yeah.
In
agreeing
2010,
with you.
this is like you could not have picked a better. He is all over. He's like busting out of like charm and charisma. It's amazing. Rampage is not bad, to be honest. Like
For what he was asked to do, he fit.
like you could have cast a bigger actor, maybe like an actual actor, and probably. I don't know that you were going to get better than what Rampage gave you. Like you just didn't need him to be.
No, you needed somebody who just was intimidating from size,
Physical
and
presence,
physical
yeah.
presence, right?
And Murdoch is insanely perfect for like
You really like that actor, right?
Charlito Cooper.
Is that how you say it?
District 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a
that's what I was
fan
gonna
of
say.
District 9, but he's really like perfectly zany and crazy and just like to the extreme. Like I feel like they nailed that too. Like I really feel like they kind of just crushed it, except for one thing.
You don't like Jessica Biel?
I actually like her less than most. Didn't have a huge problem with her here. Why skimp on the bad guy? Why go with a no-name like?
For Pike.
Yeah, why not have somebody of note? Like
Well, Patrick Wilson was the ultimate.
No,
bad
he's
guy.
talking about Pike.
I know you're
talking about Pike though.
I got you.
Pike was sure, but you still there's
Brian
another
Bloom.
name.
Yeah, I don't know.
You could have put somebody else in that role. Like you didn't completely run out of money. That you were like, it's got to be somebody. We'll just pick this guy. Like that should have been somebody.
Could it have been Statham? Would this been early enough where he wasn't too big of a name?
Maybe, but I don't know if you need a badass at that point. Like I just think I think that was a miss.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I'm sure it was money. I'm sure there was a reason for it. Or this guy.
Because he co-wrote the
co-wrote the movie.
screenplay and starred in the A-Team. Yeah.
Wait, he co-wrote it?
I guess so. Yeah,
I did not
That's
cross-reference
why. I didn't know that either. I
That's
just saw
brutal.
it.
Yeah.
That's a miss. He fucked up. I think
He shouldn't have wrote himself in.
someone needed to talk him out of it.
Someone should have told him not.
Dude,
to.
you aren't the guy for this. So it's like you have legitimately well-known actors and actresses in this movie. Like you aren't the guy to be that. You need to be like driving a car, and that's it.
Yeah.
Berg knows his place.
Berg would never pull one of those.
It's not to be a starring role. It's to be a bit player.
Berg and F. Gary Gray, they're always in the background, just hanging out.
Yeah, just the cameos.
Even M. Night has gone a little too far. Still, you minimize the role. You're not the number 2 bad guy.
Yeah. I thought it was also fun to see Gerald McRaney.
Yeah,
Major
Simon
Dad.
and Simon. That's what
Oh, it's
Major
Major
Dad as
Dad.
well.
It's
Simon
all-
and Simon for me.
Okay,
80s.
okay, Grandpa. Yeah, I just think it was
Wait, what's
Major
Simon
Dad?
and Simon? I don't know if I know Simon.
It's a
and
TV
Simon.
show, 81 to 89.
Yeah,
He was one of the Simons.
You don't say.
I mean, I watched all these, all the shows. I've seen Spencer Confidential, Simon and Simon.
I didn't know
The
Spencer
Equalizer,
until you said it. I didn't know Spencer Confidential was a show.
or Spencer for Hire.
Spencer for Hire.
Sorry,
was the
Spencer
show.
Oh,
Confidential
those-
was the movie. Spencer for Hire was a show.
Gotcha. When you said that, I didn't know. Yeah, you said that last week when we were talking about maybe
Yeah,
doing
because
this.
I almost wanted to do that.
with Fall Guy.
Pair it with Fall Guy, but yeah, since Jelani's been meaning to do 18, I'm glad this was the right call because I think it's a way better movie. That Spencer movie was not good with.
And that's what I had
Wahlberg.
heard. I know when you said that, I was
And
like,
18
really?
was-
We're going to do that?
It was a
baby?
perfect little little nugget.
It was Major Dad for me, by the way, for
But
reference.
so,
But
you guys are probably right, but
I mean, right? What is right? You know?
there's no right. It's what came to mind. What do you know a person from?
But yeah, it was apt for what it needed to be, right? It was trying to be a nostalgic play. It succeeded in that. What do you guys think of Patrick Wilson?
That's good that you went there because I was going to ask that question as well. I knew right when I saw him. That's how I figured that maybe I'd seen the movie, but I'm like, yeah, he's the bad guy.
You
He's
knew-
he's going to take the heel turn. or
Well,
whatever.
that's because there wasn't another obvious bad guy.
But you just knew he was gonna, and you maybe had a figure that Morrison was gonna be something as well. It's just the way it goes, and that's fine.
He's carved out a role.
It wasn't super predictable in that sense, like because there was so many like overlapping, and that's where it's 20 minutes too long. 30 minutes too long, because there was just so many like.
Are we
complicated-
splitting hairs over the 10 minutes?
I'm kidding. Just so many complicated things that you're like, oh, they got to get the plates and do this, and there's a lot of MacGuffins and what have yous, but it all works.
Has Patrick Wilson and Josh Lucas ever done a movie together?
Who do you dislike more?
Oh, probably Wilson because Josh Lucas is the voice of Home Depot.
Yeah, I don't dislike.
I don't dislike
Either
either
of
one
them.
of
Yeah,
them.
that's fine.
I just think it feels like they have walked similar paths, but Wilson's done the
Artsy.
bad guy, the
Yeah.
horror.
Horror.
But
What you asked the question, so what do you think?
You know, I didn't like him when the first time I saw this. I was just like, I don't know if I like that guy like as an actor. But now that I've seen him in more things, I'm like, yeah, he's got range. He can do a little bit.
I agree with
other
Martin.
stuff.
It's not a hard read that he's not good. That
Yeah.
he doesn't have their best interest at heart.
I think there were parts, and maybe this is just part of the writing that was bad was when he was just like, "Oh, come on, what's happening? What's happening?" It's like, you know what's happening,
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like who says that?
This is like Call of
Things
Duty.
are-
You know,
things
it
are-
kinda made me
right. Yeah, that
douchey.
kind of. It was it was pretty douchey dialogue. But some of the other guys, the main guys didn't, which I guess is fine.
Did you like the turn at the end when Ham showed up?
Yeah, love that.
He's like,
Dude, definitely didn't remember that.
Yeah.
Ham cameo. We had him
Did not expect
had
that.
him cameoed recently in Bridesmaids, and we got him back. Who knew,
Ham's always welcome in my world.
right? And this is early. Like, I don't think you were getting him.
Well, he was in the middle of. No, had he started Mad? Yeah, he must have.
2010. Yeah,
Mad Men must
yeah,
have
Mad
been.
Men was going down.
Yeah. I was going to ask, does Mr. T say "fool" as often as BA says it?
I have
here?
something for you.
Yeah.
So, and this was admittedly, I assume
I read it.
He
as well.
probably has the answer.
Jelani's dad told him about it. He has in the movie he has pity tattooed on one hand and fool tattooed on the other, as a tribute to Mr. T. But that catchphrase is from Rocky III.
Yeah, it's not
It's
even
not-
from the A team.
From contrary to popular belief, Mr. T never uttered that exact phrase on the A Team.
That's what I thought. I mean, maybe I didn't think that exactly, but I didn't think it was like his catchphrase. I don't remember it being that way, so that's why I asked. I
Rocky
hadn't
III
didn't
apparently
rewatch
made
the
it.
Yeah,
it did stick. I think after that, you heard Mr. T say it did become a catchphrase of sort. But the fact
that the fool who won't eat my cereal from Pee Wee's Big Adventure.
100%. But the fact that they really leaned in on it.
I mean, they leaned in hard.
Was more of a
homage.
Homage. There you go.
It was too much.
Yeah.
So every other phrase I think got it.
We're going to circle back to a too much thing. I have, but that's. I thought that was really interesting because I think everyone probably thinks that this has been what he said since he was in high school with Jelani's dad.
But nope.
No.
Written for Rocky III. Which is the best use of a song in a movie of all time.
For which song?
Eye of the Tiger, man.
It didn't hit
I made
until
a bold statement. Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that either? I was talking to my brother and he didn't know.
No, I wouldn't have known
I thought it was
hit.
2. Because I thought 3 is Living in America.
No, that's 4.
Is
Man,
that
you
4?
guys don't know this. That's wild to me. We got to do the Rockies, but no, the first. Well, and this is what I asked my brother. I'm like, well, what was in Rocky 1? You guys know. I mean, the Rocky
just
theme. Yeah, just dun 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 dun. Yeah, and then Eye of the Tiger. What
Rocky
they wanted
3.
to do.
You're right.
Yeah, and what they wanted to use, I think, what Sylvester Stallone wanted to use was Another One Bites the Dust. So, but they couldn't get the rights, or they whatever.
Thank God.
Yeah. So what they did is they had Survivor. They're like, write us a song like Another One Bites the Dust. So that's why it kind of has like a similar chunky rhythm to it.
Huh.
And they just went, and it's a great song, right? And
I did not realize that
associated
was Rocky 3.
forever with with Mr. T, Rocky 3. It's great. It's a great movie. I mean, it's cheesy and whatever, but it's awesome.
Well, I was surprised looking at the A-Team. I was curious because I did really, really enjoy it. I think it's very entertaining. Not surprised it was rated poorly as a whole, but from the audience score, it was actually, I would say, only 66. I'm surprised it's actually not a higher audience score, popcorn meter, because it does feel to me like, and I would assume it could be very time sensitive, but I legitimately think it's a very entertaining movie, pretty much start to finish. It doesn't really let off. It just veers a little bit there, but yeah.
I think it's about right at 66, honestly.
And according to this, it's actually under 2 hours, hour 58. I would say then it should be living in that hour and a half range.
Yeah.
Hour 40 tops, 18 minutes. Shut it down.
Little fun facts. So when they're in the psychiatric ward and they're watching the movie, the 3D movie, they put up, I think it's the movie they're watching is called The Greater Escape.
Yeah.
But the characters that they list were all characters that the original cast played in other shows. So, like, the guy who played Murdoch had a character that was from Star Trek. And that was his character's name on the screen as the credits. George Papard had another character that he played that was on the screen. And that's how they, like, did it up
he's
until
been in a bunch of stuff.
The Humvee crashes through the wall.
That part I didn't really love.
Yeah,
Again, that was like too much.
Yeah,
because that was the big thing. Put on 3D glasses so the crazy people don't see you breaking through the wall, but you also know that what's her name's going to be right there, and you're not going to kill anybody going through the wall. But whatever. That was it. That was the big one. That was like too cheesy.
Let's not
for me.
pick nits on that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, and two original A-Team members made cameos in the movie.
Definitely Face.
Yep.
Do you remember where he was?
Yeah, with the tanning scene.
Yeah,
for
the
sure.
tanning
I
scene.
noticed him. I watched a little bit of this with Colin, and he was liking it. And it was that part. And I told him, I'm like, that's the original guy that plays him on the show. So he got that. And then was Murdoch?
Murdoch is analyzed by a German doctor who was
Yeah.
played by the original.
That's
Murdoch.
what I thought. Yeah. It's the guy on the left.
And then Mr. T declined because he said he cared too much about the character BA to only he should play him, and just real committed to the craft there, Mr. T.
So the other note,
And Hannibal had died. The original Hannibal had died.
The original or a director that was tied to it at one point was John Singleton, and he wanted Mel Gibson
as Hannibal,
Christian Bale as Face, Jim Carrey as Murdoch, and then Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as BA.
Wow, that would have been a very different movie.
Very different movie.
Very different movie.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned Christian Bale because I don't know, something about Charlton Copley.
Copley,
Kind of kind of looked like
Kinda
Christian Bale to me. Had
Bale
a
vibe?
Bale vibe to him. I'm like, I wonder if that could have been played by Christian Bale. But no, they had.
I don't think the craziness. I mean, I think at least the
I
way
think he could do it.
at least
got
what
range.
Charlton did. No doubt, no doubt. But it was, for me, a really enjoyable movie. Honestly, like I actually think if it was on, I say on like I ever stand for movies that are actually on, but
It's on TNT. You might flip through it.
in the old days, yes, if it was on TNT, that would be easy to watch.
This is an easy Saturday afternoon on TNT. Like, I'll catch it right here. I'm coming in where they're falling out of the plane. Cool. Let's keep it going.
Flying a Jeep or flying a
Flying a
tank.
tank.
Flying the tank. I mean, it had
Martin.
Fast and Furious vibes, right? With that kind of stuff. They go to space. And what's with BA being he's scared of flying, but he's fine scaling down a building.
Hey, I get it. Like, I have a
You
fear.
get it?
I have a fear
Okay,
of
maybe
heights.
that's the thing.
I do not like being in tall
Yeah,
buildings, but I
But
have
you would
no,
repel.
Oh, you have no problem
I
flying.
have no problem
So he's saying
flying.
the opposite. Maybe
Yeah.
he just has a problem with
Being
planes
in
and
tall
not-
buildings is not the same as rappelling down the side of one.
No, I know,
No,
but
he's saying he doesn't have a fear.
I don't
of flying,
have a fear of flying.
but he has a fear of
But I
heights.
do not like being in tall buildings or
So
high
that's
up above
opposite
anything.
for like it's possible to have one
I'm
and
just
not
saying
the
it's
other.
not opposite is where I'm leaning on that.
Anyways, let's talk about somebody who doesn't mind falling down tall buildings.
Whoa! Look at that segue. It only took us like 5 years to get to really good segues.
It might be the one, the only one.
The Fall Guy.
So it was my idea when I watched this. I'm like, we got to do it. I thought, and you had
I
seen
saw it, but I
Brady
just
had
wasn't
seen
really
it.
sure a good reason,
Wasn't sure.
a good way to like make it work.
I
but
think I love this movie.
it's
thought
really,
it was
really
so
good. It's really. I actually think I
God.
enjoyed it even more the second time. I really loved it. It's fantastic. Johnny,
This is the third time I've seen this movie.
love it.
Oh, wow! So you love it too? It's so
It
good.
is very,
it has
very good.
everything I want.
Yeah.
I think it's honestly a huge part of it is Gosling. He's so funny, but it's well written.
Yes,
too.
But and I said, witty Gosling is the best.
Is the
Yeah.
best.
And this goes back to the Nice Guys. This goes, a little bit in the in Crazy Stupid Love, but like this avenue of Gosling, like having the wit, the charm, the like sarcasm, like it is. He just nails it to an extreme, and it's flawless.
Yeah, and I think the element that makes it really work is that it's written by, how do you say his name? David
Leach.
Leitch. Let's go with that.
Tough pronunciation.
I don't know if it's Leitch or Leitch or
yeah.
something else.
Written
Forgive
and
me.
directed.
Written and directed, and he was a former stunt man, and he's done a bunch of great action movies. So I think he just takes probably a lot of his life, a lot of the stuff that the comedy that maybe he's been holding back, and it's just poured it into this movie. I feel like he probably took this as his pet project or something, and I think that just shows. I think it's just pretty flawless.
Without a doubt, of the pet project. Yeah, we've previously done Bullet Train, which he directed. Hobbs and Shaw. He's
Deadpool. He's done Deadpool.
yeah. We haven't done those, but yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
yeah. It is perfectly cast.
And who doesn't love Emily Blunt?
That's what
of
I'm
course.
saying.
Yeah.
Just and even I remember I literally can remember when they were on like press tour and doing stuff, and like their chemistry was like off the charts, and it shows on screen. They're two gorgeous people who just
who look like they could be together in real life.
I mean, I assume John Krasinski was worried at some point, but like,
You think
And-
Eva
and
Mendes
Eva
got
Mendes?
scared?
yeah, probably. Why wouldn't you?
That's what I want to see, a movie with all four of them. Just throw them all. And have-
I
That
just
would
want to see
actually work.
Krasinski and Mendes at this point. But like, you want to do that? All right, here we go. You
Throw
guys,
them all in there.
You,
See what-
you
see
guys
what
stay
happens,
home with the kids. It is great. It is purely entertaining. I said I was going to circle back to it, guys. 11 times for "I Was Made for Loving You" is too much.
Yes, yes, the song. But they,
No, it's too much.
no, you're right. Is that how much it was?
It was so much that they even had cover versions.
I mean, that's what I was going to say. It's kind of part of like
Clearly,
the score.
yes, clearly.
But they still like went into like the lyrics and
Yeah.
like the full song too much.
It's
That's
too
my
much.
problem. I'm okay with it being like the background
Yes.
theme ish.
you and I both.
So, but I mean, I think they probably did it where it's full song at least 3 or 4.
I legit looked it up because I was like, dude, how many times has it been? And I was like, it's like I was on a Reddit thread.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it's too
Yeah,
much.
You
Like,
found the one flaw.
you
All right.
do need to just like get away from that at some point. There's other songs like. Yeah. Your budget's got to be a little higher for music.
But even like taking once Jean-Claude comes on the screen, I mean, like, how much do we love dogs and dogs in movies and dogs that are badass?
Dogs that speak French.
And dogs that speak French. Like, you just add all these elements. It keeps building on it. You're just like, I would die for that dog. By the middle of the movie, you're like, that dog is amazing.
Bringing her back, they said a little bit of a note as a Ava Mendes dog, French instructions. French direction or whatever, however you want to say that.
All right.
French commands.
Only responded to French commands.
That's fun.
Commands is the word that eluded me. Really quick on the music front.
Yeah.
Guys, first of all, you probably know.
You believe in the thing called love?
I'm a Swiftie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. That scene.
All too well. Oh, I mean, it wasn't the 10-minute version. I could tell by the lyrics, but the 10-minute version's better. But this was just so well done
that was chef's kiss.
Yeah. You want to see my note? All too well. Chef's kiss.
And it's like you didn't know that she was just coming knock, but you did, and they just played it so. And again, they're such good actors. And his face, he had the tears.
Then she walks away, and it cuts back on, and just like one more time around. That was damn it! I love that you said chef's kiss.
Good, very good use of music, other than the overkill on the one song, but whatever, we'll forgive it.
It's not a deal breaker, but it's clearly too much.
The thing that I loved, I think, more watching it again was one, just how much they leaned into like the world of the stunt people and like how in depth they got to it and how they like were able to showcase that. Like, when he's doing the rig going up, they're on the different channels, so they're having their conversation.
That was a oneer too, right? You've seen it 3 times, so I feel like it followed him the whole way up when he was talking, and it was all one.
I believe
one
so.
take.
Was it because he went in the elevator and she stayed down? Maybe
they stayed on her.
They stayed on him as he went up in the elevator.
She's talking.
I'm pretty sure the whole intro scene is the oneer.
I believe
so too. Which was very cool. I didn't notice it until the second. I didn't fully rewatch it a second time.
And I read that Jelani Gosling, afraid of heights. But did that stunt on his own. I think leaned hard into the whole stunt, kind of what we were just talking about with Leach, and the love of stunts and the stuntmen and women who take part in it. But yeah, so I think Gosling leaned into that part and was like kind of happy to kind of go out of his comfort zone to honor those people.
The other one that I guess I didn't even remember as much, but like how vibrant and how it like pops is the scene in the bar when he's fighting the people when he's on drugs, when he got spiked.
Oh, and the unicorn and everything. Right. So good.
Just the way that like, that whole scene is shot, like there's like glitter flying off the guys every time they get hit and things like that. It's like almost like a video game.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, totally. Well, and that's the, John Wick. I did not expect to like that movie. I think we talked about this when we did those movies. But I loved it because the fight scenes were, I don't know, they were different.
Dances.
They were very, very dance-like. But I don't know, there was something about them that just made it not boring. And even the second one was like somehow not boring. Yeah. And I think by the fourth one, I'm like, all right, that's enough. But same thing here. Like I normally hate fight scenes, but for some reason you're mesmerized by that because it's just a different way to do it, and it worked, and it wasn't too long. It was great.
Yeah. And then the other one is, again, with it being very meta, when Gail comes in after he gets to Australia and does the cannon roll, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, world record!
Like, 8.5, 8.5 turns,
literally by
world
the way,
record,
legit world." Yeah, I was saying they did that. Thank you, Jelani. I was like, I wanted to call that out.
I didn't know that.
They actually did the world record for cannon rolls and wrote it into the script. Like, world record.
See that kind of stuff, and they. Just all the little things like they talk about doing a oneer, and they did it in the beginning. They talk about, should we do a split screen? Do the split screen.
Yeah.
The third act thing was very.
How do you do that? And she's got that alien glove on, and that or the way she keeps on telling me, like, let me give you a little inspiration, a little backstory here. And like, do you ever talk in private? No, everything's public.
Everything's public.
I mean, it was just it was very funny. It made me laugh a bunch.
So we don't forget to mention it, and you mentioned the bar, which actually got me thinking of a different bar scene. But Emily Blunt, karaoke,
Yeah.
just she crushes. Crushes.
The Phil Collins.
And she's, I mean, I'm a big fan. Like we said it, but I mean, like, legitimately big fan. And she is dynamite in this movie. But yeah, bringing some
Even in the hat.
bringing some pipes, even in the hat.
I mean, you look at everything and nothing.
And I liked how she was like annoyed, but also like she kind of missed him, right?
Yeah,
And
of course.
She really
Yeah.
wanted him to be back.
Oh, I mean, she was very the conflict was easy to read there,
Yeah.
right?
And then towards the end, right, when they finally get all the guys and they start setting up all the different stunts and blowing everything up, and then they call the whole stunt team to like attack.
Yeah.
They're like an army, and it's just like hooking them all up. I thought that was funny because
Winston Duke.
Winston Duke leading the charge, but they're like hooking everybody up. The
I
bad guys.
wanted to call him Duke Winston for Jelani, but
and I would have jumped across the table. But-
we're not sure that that's a better name.
No, it's not.
Duke Winston plays.
Maybe
Duke,
that's
comma Winston.
his alter ego.
But yeah, no, their relationship was great. The two of them and just doing the movie quotes back and forth. And
Oh,
you're
those
gonna
are great.
do Rocky on me? Is that what it was? Yeah, he said Rocky, and then they did the Fast and the
I don't know.
Furious.
Was it the first Rocky? Was it? Yeah, maybe it was. But sorry.
It's not how many times you fall, you get hit.
It's how many times you get back up.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, speaking of him getting blown into the rock over and over again, just
Lit on fire.
my God.
Yeah, I think I could do it better.
Yep.
I would like to know how often Gosling did his own stunts.
Yeah, not all for sure.
Yeah,
'cause
I wouldn't anticipate
the
that.
dude who was dead, the other stuntman for Aaron Taylor Johnson, who was dead in the tub,
Yeah.
was the stuntman for Gosling in the movie. So,
Funny.
so there was, you talk about like, they tied in a lot of stuff like that,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
And is Tom Ryder? Is that supposed
You
to be like a Tom Cruise thing? Are they
Did
are they
you
ripping on Cruise, or are they saying, or because he does do his own stuff?
Did
so
you
you can't
notice-
really rip on Tom Cruise?
did
They
you-
said he runs funny.
Did you notice the Matthew McConaughey type like speech?
Yeah. When
For
he's sitting in
Aaron
the car.
Taylor?
Martin, I don't think you did.
I don't remember it.
I was-
Maybe I didn't watch it twice.
I
Didn't get that part.
recognized it in the moment. I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, it couldn't be more McConaughey. Like, he had the like draw and sounded very much like him. But what I didn't realize in the moment until I saw the note after was that it was, and this is all timing. He says, I've been killing aliens long before anybody paid me to. And that's a reference to the McConaughey Lincoln car commercial when he's like, I've been driving Lincolns long
Lincolns
before anybody
since-
paid me to. That's very much, you need to be watching it like that year for that to
that
stick
to
in your
hit.
brain.
Yeah,
but I just thought it was really funny because I immediately was like, dude, this is McConaughey big time. And then it turned out it legitimately was the McConaughey rip, which I found hilarious. But
And then at the end, when they tied everything, like they still had to make the movie, and they're just like, who else can we get? And then, of course, Jason Momoa
well,
pops up.
did you guys see the sticky note earlier? Momoa, is it Momoa or Momoa?
Yeah,
he like
yes.
so
The
like
sticky notes was a funny thing too. It's like it's almost Memento level at this point.
Yeah.
Hannah Waddingham.
well,
from,
there was so that was one that was very very clear. Some of the notes I feel he would have had to been really. You need to watch and strictly look for notes. But one of them was like buy unicorn food. So they're like, clearly he did the drug that like.
I mean, it's all great little stuff.
That's great. Like,
you
so
get
that
in
little,
repeat
when I
viewings.
read that, I was like, that is, you guys couldn't see Martin's body language and face, but like his appreciation level for that was through the roof. So, and that's how I felt when I saw it. I'm like, that's what you want. And like on your 8th viewing, you might catch that sticky note and be like, amazing.
Yeah.
And there were a bunch of them, but I'm like, it just is. They clearly wrote sticky notes all over the place. So like, there will be little things
So many of them.
nonstop.
Did this go to the theater? Because I remember just being right on Prime.
Yeah, I think it might have been a Prime.
might-
I think it was Prime. I think it started on Prime. I don't know if it, I know my first viewing of it was on a plane.
Same here.
And I looked over and Jen was watching the same thing. And I'm like, we should probably just watch this together. So then we watched it together, and then I watched it again recently. But
Opening weekend, 27 million. That's pretty low.
Yeah, it said it did 17 days in the theaters, below projections.
That's too bad.
Yeah, that's too bad. Sorry.
Worldwide, it did make money, but not a ton.
Yeah.
If making $50 million is not a lot, then
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, I watched it on a plane too, and I had it downloaded, and then it didn't download properly or something. So my one trip, I didn't get to watch it, and I kind of forgot about it until I finally did, and I was like, this is just great.
Yeah.
it's
It was a perfect plane movie.
For sure.
So I wondered if that like skewed my perception because it was better than I expected
agree
it
with
to be.
that to a
But
degree.
Then when I was rewatching it, I'm like, no, this is just good.
because of the action and the visuals, I think you can lose a little bit on the screen. I think the story is definitely a good plane movie, but I think I like the bigger screen viewing at home personally.
I just mean, for me, a plane movie is one that I usually don't want to really watch.
I think the
You
18
don't want to invest your time in.
I don't
but
want to
you're-
invest my time.
I
in it, but
think
since
the
I'm
18
stuck in the air,
is a better plane movie.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is just a good movie, and that's what I'm saying.
It's
Like,
very good, and it also has a ton of good visuals that you want, like on the bigger.
Yeah.
I don't need it in the theater
no,
necessarily.
but I agree with you.
You want it on the old 22-inch flat screen. I don't know.
But Gelati's right. It's just I don't want to invest my actual free time. If I'm limited with my choices and I already downloaded this, I'm like, all right, I'm going to watch it.
And I'm close to just saying I think this is worth a random weekend night. Like
hands down. Yeah, it's
This
I
is
love
devoting
this movie. Yeah.
like you know what we should watch? We should watch this on Prime.
Yeah.
Prime Video sponsor us.
You guys are good for it.
Yeah, I just in general think they kind of nailed this from start to finish, and I to be honest forgot Aaron Taylor Johnson was the other guy who may or may not be on to bigger and better things here in the near future. Do we have a Bond list nailed yet?
I don't think.
I know
so.
he's been rumored for
yeah.
quite a while, but
I mean, he was just in Craven, so
yeah, then probably won't watch that.
he's trying to.
You watched it, right?
I watched it. It's fine. It's the anti-hero.
It's no Fall Guy.
No. He's in the Marvel verse. It's no Kick-Ass either. So, but yeah.
Did you guys watch the show ever, The Fall Guy? Are you aware of the show? Lee Majors, you know who Lee Majors is?
I actually wasn't. I do because I've seen Out Cold, but
Nice. Yeah.
but I was not. I don't think I ever saw.
He's
the
also
show.
the $6 Million Man.
That's
right?
what I thought.
So
that's what
apparently
I
I know that show was there, but I don't remember watching it. But apparently, when the phone got shot out of his hand, they made the $6 million Man like sound effect.
Oh yes, I did hear that. I remember
Okay,
that.
yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
It's like the Bionic Woman and $6 Million Man sound effect. Yeah, it's just like it was a TV stupid effect that they would just like kind of make it kind of whooshy, if that makes sense, and then play that sound.
I saw that,
yeah.
and I was like, "Whooshy!" Nailed it.
I don't know. How do you visualize?
That's a technical term.
Whooshy, yeah. But yeah, I remember watching the show a little bit, but I was pretty young, and it wasn't on reruns that much later, so I wouldn't have remembered. But I liked the whole concept of this, like the Fall Guy. That is another name for a stuntman. It's also the name of a patsy, and then it's also he fell in the beginning of the movie. So they're like, "Hey, it's Fall Guy." That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So it's like the triple layers of Fall Guy meanings, and then it's also the name of the show. So four meanings.
Get deep.
Getting deep.
It's very meta.
Yeah.
Very meta.
I mean, it's very, very well written. I mean, I'm always impressed with that you can take something like this and make it this good.
Well, this is a very, I would say, a movie. It wouldn't be surprising if this was terrible.
Yeah, that's
Like
yes.
it.
I didn't
just
expect
saying
much
it a
out of
different way, but like
Yeah.
if this bombed, I'd be like, yeah, it's fine.
Typical.
Not even a huge thing, but it's also Gosling's like somebody I trust, right? Like I've talked about this with certain actors.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't think they don't make bad choices very often.
Well, we watched was it The Gray Man? Or
I
something?
watched The Gray Man. I didn't hate it, but
We
I
did it on the pod.
don't think that's true.
It's absolutely true. It's absolutely true because it was
so
Russo
many-
brothers.
It's the Russo brothers.
So
and
that to me,
There's
like
so
that
many
should have
mans.
been that should have been great because it was based on like a book. It had Ryan Gosling and
Chris
and-
Evans.
Yeah, I think Chris Evans was the
that's
bad guy.
the problem.
And it was the Russos, so I'm like, that should have been great, but it really wasn't. And this kind of has no business being this good.
Yeah.
I feel like, but kudos to you, David Leach.
Yeah,
I
Glenn
feel-
Larson, Drew Pierce wrote it.
Yeah, I feel like David Leitch is a director who I'd give the time of day. Right, like he doesn't really miss a lot for what he goes
what he
for.
does, yeah.
Right, he's not trying to make
He's best in genre,
Oscar
for
winner,
sure.
Right.
Yeah, Drew Pierce co-wrote it. He wrote
Out Cold?
Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation,
Oh, that's one of the better ones.
Hobbs and Shaw.
Okay.
We talked about that already. Iron Man 3.
With Shane Black.
Yeah.
That one was okay. Yeah, I think this is a movie lover's movie.
Yeah,
Let's put it that way. You know, you have to
On
have a
all
lot
levels.
Right, you have to have watched Notting Hill in Love Actually and know that Notting Hill and Pretty Women are not the same movie. And
Kevin
and
Bry
all the
hasn't watched
quotes.
it, but he should, because just for the Notting Hill reference.
you know, him and I watched it with Colin. Did I tell you guys this?
You talking about Notting Hill or
Notting
Fall
Hill.
Guy?
Notting Hill. Because the first day when
When you were in London?
we were in London, we
first
went
thing
to
you did?
Notting Hill. First thing we did was go to Notting Hill because it was a beautiful
Kevin's
day,
like,
Saturday,
I'll take you there. I've been there every day.
and it's Portobello Road Market.
What'd you
they
call
have
me?
mushrooms.
Around
Portobello.
wow.
Wow, it took me a second.
It really did. I was
me a
like, how is that not low-hanging fruit or fungi?
It's Portobello. That's good too. Wow, you guys are nailing them.
Martin's getting there. He was a little
eventually.
quicker on that one.
No, that's very good. We went there on our first day, and then I'm like, Colin, you gotta watch. You'll like this movie. He was a little hesitant, and I hadn't seen it since it came out, Notting Hill, and I remember the
Prime Hugh Grant.
Prime Hugh Grant, but I love the Rhys Ifans. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Rhys Ifans.
Ifans. Very nice. His character is just great, and
Rise
and it was a great-
Ifans. You're probably right. I actually don't
Yeah,
know.
and I have no
think
idea.
it's
how you
Reese.
say
And
it.
I-
It probably is Reese.
And I
Yeah.
think it's Reese Ifans, but I could be wrong.
Okay, that sounds more right.
Crazy-haired Englishman.
Chicks de Grey.
So this is two of the better '80s remakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask. I talked about Starsky and Hutch a little bit. Spencer Confidential, Spencer for Hire. What other ones come to mind?
Well, you got the
Without
Equalizer,
Equalizer.
Charlie's Angels,
G.I. Joe's out there.
G.I. Joe.
Less-
That's
less good.
cartoon. Yeah, it's
I
hard
mean,
to
it's-
translate the
all right,
cartoons
it's fair.
sometimes. Transformers, if we're gonna go down that road too.
Well, and you talked about, Martin, you alluded to it
Dragnet.
earlier, but
Not 80s.
the
Mission Impossible.
you just didn't circle back to it, but the leaning into the kitschiness, right? And they do it less so, right? You said that on the front part of it,
Yeah.
talking about the A-Team.
Yep.
And that's maybe something they don't do as much on the Fall Guy. They actually try to make a good movie instead of like being like, hey, we're campily in on having fun with this.
I think it's more.
Miami Vice. 21 Jump Street. Brady Bunch.
guys, he's pulling this all from memory.
We did pretty good for the memory ones. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
They leaned more into the elements that made up the Fall Guy, right? Like more into the stunt world, right? And the things that they go through and the ins and outs that they have to deal with, rather than like just playing on the nostalgia of the Fall Guy show,
Yeah.
right? And I think that helped, right? You take people into a world that they don't know, rather than trying to recreate something that they've seen before or have memories of, right?
Yeah.
So I think they did a better job in Fall Guy than they did in A-Team, and it's enjoyable. Both of them are enjoyable popcorn movies. I think Fall Guy I would rate it better than A-Team.
Yeah, for sure. But a good movie. I mean, it's no Dukes of Hazzard at 14% at Rotten Tomatoes.
I did see a call out, right or wrong. I did remember it, but didn't necessarily correlate it in the moment. But there was a note saying that the helicopter has an A-Team van paint job late in the movie. Did you catch that? The black with the red.
Black and red, yeah.
yeah.
And he had the van in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody
I love
the
the
van.
van.
Everybody
I
loves
love
that
the
van.
van, yeah. Didn't they have like a Power Wheel that was like the van?
I had the van, the Matchbox car.
Matchbox
or
car,
whatever.
okay.
Or
And I feel like Mattel had like a bigger one.
That's where I was gonna
Action
go.
figures. Action figures. We need those back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they cost a shit ton now if you want to get like a mint Mr. T from the A-Team. How much you think that's going for on eBay?
I might know a guy.
Ask your dad. Yeah, right.
Might know a
Do
guy.
they still hang out?
As always, remember, just act like you own everything and everyone, and there's no repercussions for your actions. Thanks, and go to bed.